Welcome back to Brave Birds News, one of the best places for sports. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. When you like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and share this video, it lets me know that this is content that you want me to create, and I'll create similar content. And when I get less likes, shares, comments, notifications, all those things, it lets me know that I should probably pivot to another topic. So yes, I am jumping on this train, and my thumbnail says "told you." And let me just set the record straight. I think because I put out a few shorts or two, some people think that I am actually a Shedeur Sanders fan. I am an NFL fan. Actually, first it goes, I'm a Falcons fan first. I got my novelty little chain on. So I'm a Falcons fan first. That's why it's Brave Birds News. I'm a DFS and fantasy football fan, tied for second. Matter of fact, I think I need to turn in my dues for my fantasy football league. I was at an event this past Sunday, and somebody was asking me advice about fantasy football. The person that I was talking to is in a dynasty league, and we were having a deep conversation. My league is a regular league. I need to tell my commissioner to change our league to points per reception. We're still old school league, but yeah. So Falcons first, fantasy football, DFS second, and NFL fourth. And Shedeur Sanders is big NFL news. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I am a huge Deion Sanders fan because I am a huge Braves fan. So the first 2 years, the Braves were really good. And I'm not talking about like 1982 Phil Necro, years. I'm not talking about 1968, Warren Spahn or Spawn, whatever. No, I'm talking about the first 2 years the Braves were good, 91, 92. They also coincide with when I really started playing and watching baseball. And for those 2 seasons, Deion Sanders played for the Falcons and the Braves. We've seen all of the documentaries, how he actually, one time had a football game in Miami and then flew to a playoff game with the Braves. He didn't play in the game, but what I'm getting at is I'm a way, way bigger Deion Sanders fan because of my love for the Braves. As a matter of fact, in 8th grade, so had to try out for the baseball team in 8th grade, and it was a terrible time to have tryouts. We just had a lot of rain that year, that spring, late winter in Atlanta. Shout out to Doraville, shout out to DeKalb County, shout out to Sequoia. So yeah, I had to try out for my 8th grade team in the gym. We couldn't because our coach. Coach Gomez, he didn't want to. Coach Gomez, a former Brave, he played for the Braves. That was really cool. Coach Gomez, that blew my mind. Our middle school or junior high coach at the time, played for the Braves, and we were the Braves, the Sequoia Braves, and we had our tryout in the gym. And so that actually put me at a disadvantage because I, at the time, was an outfielder, and so I really in some of the things I was really good at tracking the ball and coming in, and in the gym there was only so much space. Also, because we were in a gym and they didn't want to damage the school, we actually had tryouts with a wiffle ball. So it was kind of crazy. I was really nervous, but I made the team. But once I made that team, the number I wore that year at Sequoia in 8th grade, I actually wore number 21, Deion Sanders number. So definitely a bigger Deion Sanders fan than Shedeur Sanders fan, but I'm happy for him. Now, I'm aware that this is the first preseason game, but let's put this, let's make this personal. Let's say at your job, let's say you work at Publix. You are the best sandwich maker because Publix has good subs. Publix does their thing. I've worked at Publix and I worked at Kroger back in the day, so I know about Publix. Let's say you're the best sandwich maker. Let's say you're the best stock clerk. That truck comes in at 4 a.m. and you got that you have your shelves, stocked by 1 o'clock, because I had to do that. I had that 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift. Oh, what a terrible shift it was to have to get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and work at 4 a.m. and wait for that truck to come in. But you're the man. I mean, you're not great, you're good. You're not great, you're good. You're a cashier. You push them buggies in the hot sun. I did that. You do all of that stuff. And then one day, you're in the break room and your manager says, "We got the son of the guy who is in the Kroger Hall of Fame. He's going to be working here, but don't worry about your job. Your job is safe. I know that his dad is in the Kroger Hall of Fame. I know that he was an all-star in the Kroger League, but you have nowhere. This is Publix. You're good. You're good. And then you go on sick leave. You get COVID. You whatever. You got a bum knee. And you think you're not going to be worried about the Kroger All-Star who is now at your Publix. You're not going to be worried about him taking your job. Man, get out of here with that. That is how all the other quarterbacks on the Browns feel. They know who this dude is. They know, they saw the tape. They played against him. And yes, it's just the first preseason game. And, from a pure Falcons perspective, I don't care. But once again, this is Brave Burst News, and it is juicy news. So, let me know your thoughts. Is this the start of the moving walkway towards Shedeur Sanders starting in the NFL, or is this just the fact that you have an old man, Flacco, and then you have two people with hamstring injuries? Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment, and I'll talk to you next time.